What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to our channel. It's the Choose here from Choose to Explore, where we teach you how to
see the world
and save $1. So here we have another story time Saturday, but really it's a what went wrong with our honeymoon part 2. So far on our honeymoon, we released 2 out of the 3 weeks of our honeymoon, and that include footage from Singapore, Malaysia, and most recently, Thailand.
So if you haven't checked out those videos, we have them linked in the description below so you can see what went down and how much everything costs. So on the last Storytime Saturday, we left you with the question of, do you think we ever made it into Vietnam? And do you think we ever got our memory card or our drone back from Germany?
Well, as of this time recording, if you haven't seen our Germany vlog or our wedding vlog, we didn't get it back. Well, when we get those, you will get those vlogs. Hopefully, you'll see them soon.
As far as the first question, let's get into the story. So, where we left off, we were just returning back to Singapore from our adventure in Malaysia, where we almost did not make it through customs, and where we still did not have our approval for our Vietnam visas because whoever approves them does not work on the weekends.
Or so we thought.
So, it's Sunday in Thailand, and we get an email from the Vietnam visas, and basically, his visa was denied.
And we thought that they were not working on the weekends, but they were working to deny me.
And the reason was because the name on his passport did not match the name on his application because he left off his middle name.
Okay, be fair. My middle name I don't use on anything, so I've never used it, and they actually were calling me by my middle name, which is not my name at all. So whenever you do any visa applications, be sure to put your name exactly how it's shown on your passport.
If you have a middle name, include it, make it match.
But I also made another change because instead of going to our original destination, which was Hanoi, we decided to scrap that part and just head to our next destination, which is Da Nang. So I applied to go to Da Nang instead of Hanoi.
Yes, because we were flying to our final Southeast Asia country from Da Nang, so had to make that change.
So Monday comes around, we're hyped because she gets her Vietnam visa, and maybe a couple hours later, I got my Vietnam visa. So we're like, we're going to Vietnam.
Yes! So we were originally planning to spend a full week in Vietnam, but we were grateful that we could at least spend a couple of days there.
As I said before, this is my bucket list country. This is where I really wanted to go for my honeymoon. So it's our last day in Thailand. And what I love to do on my last day is go to the market. We went to the floating market, and if you haven't seen that video, you're going to see that link in the top right corner as well as in the description. Now, the floating market was super cool, and I love going to the markets last because I get to spend on my local currency as well as support locals. Because what I don't want to do is go to the airport, spend all my money on magnets and all this nonsense that is overpriced. So we spent all our cash and then we went to the airport to head to Vietnam.
Yes! Alright, so once we get to the airport, they asked for our Vietnam visa approvals and we felt so prepared to show them.
Listen,
so
I felt like, you know when you're 21 and you can finally go into the club, and I'm like, look at it! I couldn't wait to show them the Vietnam visa.
Yeah, so we pulled out our phones, showed them the visas, and they're like, hold up. Hold on. These need to be
printed.
Yes. Okay. So, alright, whatever. We need to print them. There's an office right downstairs in the airport to print them out for a really tiny, small fee.
Yeah, less than $1.
No problem. So we go do that, come back, show them our printed Vietnam visas.
Like this. And they say, there's a problem. And I said, what's the problem? They said, your Vietnam visa has you going to Da Nang and has her going to Hanoi. Hold up. Let me backtrack a little bit. Because my visa got denied, I updated where I was going. Hers never got denied, so she could not update where she's going.
Once you get approval, you can't make adjustments to your visa. You just have to reapply for a new visa, basically.
So they left us with 2 options. We can either reapply for our Vietnam visas and wait another 3 to 6 days in order to get it, which would basically destroy our whole honeymoon because it messes up our plan to go to our next country. Or I could have Liv go to Hanoi, I go to Da Nang, and somehow in this world we link up somewhere in Vietnam and fly to our final destination.
Right in time for our flight. But also, why would we split up? It's our honeymoon, right?
Yeah. Don't split up. Listen,
that's not a secret.
If this was before we were married, I might have went on that trip. But now, I'm with my wife, lovely wedding wife?
Shut up, lawfully.
Lovely. I'm my lovely wedding wife. And I could not leave her alone on the honeymoon.
So, pretty much, it was in this exact moment.
In this moment right here.
That we realized the answer to our question. No, we were not going to make it to Vietnam.
And honestly, I was crushed. Because we went so much planned. We had hotels booked. We had tours booked. We had accommodations booked. We have flights from 3 different cities. And we have flights from our next destination. And it's all gone. All gone.
Yeah.
But the good thing about Vietnam is that it's inexpensive and a lot of those things were really cheap. But it's still money wasted. And that's not seeing the world and saving $1. That's losing money.
So learn from us. Figure out the visas way ahead of time.
Look at the entry requirements.
Know what you're doing.
Yes. Please.
So Vietnam is definitely still one of our bucket list destinations, and I think we want to go even more than ever before. So we already have an itinerary set up for whenever we do. So
whenever we see that flight deal, we will be there.
We're going with our visas ahead of time.
We're going to do it from the day, maybe before we even get the... Well, we might as well just apply for the visa right now. Because
no, don't do that.
We got to see how long the visa's last.
It's like 30 days.
Oh, 30 days?
Like,
okay,
I don't know. Don't quote us on that. Yeah, but it expires.
Yeah, it expires. Okay, all right. So what we decided to do was just to spend another night in Thailand and just spend more money and book to our final destination, which was already planned out as well. So where do you guys think we ended up? I'm not telling you guys. But the real problem that we ran into was that we spent all our Thai baht in the floating market. So we had no money. Thank God for credit cards, because my credit card with no foreign transaction fees allowed me to do all of this even though I had no cash.
Yes, so a lot of restaurants are cash only in Thailand, but there was a very fancy restaurant and we got to have a rooftop views. If you didn't see it, it's in our last week's Thailand vlog. I had a great time at the rooftop views.
It was amazing views, but it was way out of my budget.
But they accepted credit cards, so that's where we had to go.
But that is not seeing the world and saving $1. But if you guys want to see seeing the world and saving $1, please check out next week's video and our other videos, because we have so many dope destinations that are coming in this upcoming year. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're here with us, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
We're trying to get to 10,000 followers.
We're already at 8,000. We're at 8,000 now. We need 10,000 by the end of the year. So thank you guys. We'll see you in the next one.